Thank you, Mr. Chair. I always like to, in business, make sure that we avoid surprises. And so I just want to ask the author if there is a, pretty good, robust listing of tribal cultural resources so that, an honest person who's purchasing land to develop is not stepping into a situation that even gets us to this point, that it should have been fully disclosed at the time of acquisition. So I'm just wondering if that is the case. I've been trying to look up historical landmarks, and the state's done a reasonably good job of dedicating a lot of sites as even state historical landmarks for a lot of different reasons. And we've got Indian trails, we've got villages, oak grinding sites, shell mounds, burial grounds, sacred sites, but hopefully we have a good inventory so that someone doesn't even find themselves in this position.
Yeah, so and I'll turn it over to the author in a minute, but I will just say, because we've now had many discussions with this and about this, and it's really important. There are several categories. There are registries of tribal cultural resources, federal, state. There are tribal registries, and these are lists. Those are all categorically exempt from SB 35 under SB 168, and I don't think we have any disagreement about that. If it's on a register, it's just exempt. It's objective, it's very straightforward. However, there are many tribal cultural resources that are not listed on a registry, and there are many very, very compelling reasons why they are not listed. One of those reasons is a concern of desecration, that if it's on a registry, even if it's either public or it's not supposed to be public, but it becomes public, and we know that people either intentionally or unintentionally, sometimes people just want to see something and they end up damaging it, or they intentionally do it because we know some of the atmosphere, toxic atmosphere in this world, and so there are some very powerful reasons why they aren't all listed, and that's one of the issues that we've been trying to figure out, and I'm confident we will figure out in this bill. But Assembly Member, if you want to comment on that.
I would actually like to have my colleagues from the tribal to respond as well. I think the Senator did a good job on identifying where they are in the registry, et cetera, but I'd also like to see if there's any additions that my colleagues would like to add.
Yeah, so Ms. Miranda or Ms. Coyle, if one of you would like to comment on that.
Yeah.
They're still on?
Okay, I'm sorry. Apparently they were muted because of feedback, so the moderator, why don't you unmute Ms. Miranda?
You need to unmute you.
Thank you.
Okay, hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. It's a common fact that most tribally significant places are not broadcasted to the world or listed unless they are threatened. A heart-wrenching history of non-credentialed archaeologists, histories, and vandals that are destroying artifacts has caused many tribes to withhold information from location about places until they are actually under threat. There is also the issue about the places that is held tightly within the tribal community, sometimes only within certain elders or designated spiritual leaders. This is because the powerful nature of the places, cultural lifeways, and practices. This information is not loosely or unnecessarily shared. It's very confidential. And this is because there has been a long history of people being threatened, punished, and even killed for practicing their lifeways and religion. This type of judgment and scrutiny, unfortunately, still occurs in institutionalized forms. And this trauma and stigmatization of tribal beliefs does not create an atmosphere of tribes wanting to share this information unless absolutely necessary.
Thank you, Ms. Miranda.
So,
yes, Senator Moorlach.
Someone acquires a piece of property and starts to proceed and goes through the steps of AB 168, and if there is opposition by a tribe, then that eliminates the option of the streamlining. So I'm curious.
Yes, Senator Moorlach.
I'm curious, Mr. Chair, how we've resolved this issue. Most of us are just trying to
Thank you.
figured out.
We're working really, really hard to resolve that, and I'll make some more comments about that after other members have commented. But that is an issue we're very focused on, and we're working collaboratively to resolve.
Well, then I will just patiently wait. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.